He was
Talks
just
about
teasing
hitting
us.
it and shooting. He never
I
hits the
didn't hit
hit
it.
button.
He ain't hit it
Oh,
in
he
30
did hit it.
years.
I just hit it just now.
You ain't hit it.
I
You
just
ain't,
hit it.
you ain't
That's
hit
all.
it.
We're live. 9
Oh,
seconds.
the button. Okay.
I was just talking 3D printers here. So how many do you have now, Jim?
He's got a few.
5.
That's all you're
all?
admitting to in public. I suspect.
No, it's 5. I had to just double check my
Well,
count.
I've
given away.
rid of
I've
one.
given away 4 of them. I've given away 4 printers. I would have 9.
You still got you still got the dangling one.
Nope. Gave it away.
You got rid of that one too. You love that one.
I did, but it's slow compared to everything else I had, and
It was fast. That's why you bought it.
it was fast when I bought it.
In the
Chuck.
day. In the day, I guess.
2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when I bought it, it was an
And
awesome printer.
now you got bed slingers are faster.
Yes. I mean, the A1 Mini is, you got an A1. It's awesome.
Pretty fast.
No, I mean, like I gave
now
away.
I think it's too slow.
I gave my Ender 3 V2. I was telling these guys, I gave my Ender 3 V2 to one of the IT monkeys at work and told him the warranty had expired the second he touched it. Don't call me about it. I don't know
Hey,
you.
watch it. Dom might be in here.
Andy, look, you have a cat in the video, right? Well, whichever damn side she's on. There she is. And then
I
the other
scrapped parts.
one I gave to Joe Brett, and then 2 of them I gave to one of the HR ladies for her son, and he's embraced the darkness in his print and everything.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I traded some parts, some motorcycle parts for my Ender, and my buddy's like into it more than I am. I think now every time I see him, he's got more stuff printed out than I've got printed.
I mean, the Ender.
And you guys know me.
Back in the day, it was an awesome printer because it was functional, but.
Well, guys that like to work on them still like them.
Yes, if you want to work on a printer, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
You can hot rod them. You can actually make them fast. My buddy hot rodded his. He got it fairly fast.
I don't know, man. I hate. Mine was okay, but it seemed like you always had to level the bed. There was always something that you had to mess with. And then I had a board go bad on it, so I had to. And replacing the board, you think you would just unplug the board, unscrew it? No. So it was all this, and I was just like, finally, I just threw it in the trash. I did tear it apart. What's that? Hey, Arthur, thank you.
That was what I was saying.
I did tear it apart. Like I've got the power supply sitting over there. I don't know if I'll ever use it. It's probably dirty. So.
Hoarder, you saved the power supply.
Oh, you saved the power supply? Yeah, he won't use it for anything. He hates them.
Jerry Simowitz is saying he needs a trick to get his G90 to do digi.
That guy right there.
I've done a couple of different things to get it to do digital modes, but by far the easiest is just buy the cables and the Digirig. I think I got the Digirig Lite.
I thought you had the dingus from.
Shady. I do. Well, I had the no. I had the something from GC Comms, I think is what it was called. This British guy. I made my own cables, and then I used to go into a sound card, USB Sabrent sound card. But then I got these cables, and that worked pretty well. And then I sold that G90, and I sold the cables with it.
Don't you have another one now, though?
I do have another one now, and I use a Digirig.
Did you use the CE19?
No.
Did you not like it? Was that it?
I wasn't about to even go down the CE19 path because it looked like just a huge cluster. Now they have a new thing now.
The
digital audio
DB19.
Yeah, DB19 that's supposed to be pretty easy. I think Thump has that. But it's only like $25 more to get the Digirig, and then you can use that with other
radios. Yes, you can. The Digirig, Ape has got that absolutely right. That thing is gold. I mean, tiny. I got like 2 of them just to screw around with on various radios.
Well, I use one for my 500, the TX 999 500. And it works. That one works great. And then I got a second one for the G90.
Yeah.
Frank is calling on saying the
Digirig. The 599?
The Lab 599, TX 500, I think is the model. The thing about the Digirig is that I was talking to Freddie Mac, Ham Crusader, and he was telling me that he was trying to use the Digirig for All-Star, and it does not work well for that for some reason.
Wow.
I was shocked to hear it because the Digirig is such a nice piece of equipment.
Jerry said his stopped working.
I've never
He's having
used the
problems.
Digirig with All-Star.
Call
I could
Digirig.
try that.
Maybe something wrong with the radio, Jerry. Not the Digirig.
It worked, but
Said
it
he's-
stopped.
Yeah.
Did you
He's
change
work-
your firmware? Because I know that sometimes the firmware's act goofy on the different G90s.
That may be.
Howdy, Chavez. Good morning, Dusty.
Chavez. Well, gentlemen,
Who
all
are
my
you
checks
talking
are
to?
complete. Wow.
Call
Ape?
this gentleman. Ape is no gentleman. He's an ape.
No. Bobby.
Bobby. Doc Brad, thank you for the $1.99
Hey,
super
thanks,
chat.
Doc.
Thank you. And I do have my Miller Lite on ice.
I missed him in Huntsville this year since I didn't go.
He was there.
I got
Didn't you guys hang out? I think you and him hung out, didn't you?
We did not
One
as
day?
much as last year because he was busy and I was pretty busy. But he's one of the contacts I made when I jumped out of the airplane.
I talked to him for quite a bit when we were at 4 days in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The QRP Fest where nobody could hear anybody.
Yeah.
I do like that event.
Yeah, that place is
Whatever they call it,
packed.
the flea market or whatever. That is a good time. But
I thought it was. And the only thing I wish is that it was a slightly bigger room that they would put that.
man, it was butts to nuts up in that thing.
It was hot up in that biatch.
I was
Yeah, it
sweating.
got
like
really
crazy.
hot in there.
We had to exceed the fire code recommendation for that room.
Oh, I'm sure we well passed the fire code.
So something
I'm not-
happened.
Go ahead.
So I became a Yesu guy kind of overnight, and it was completely
Finally saw the light.
unintended. I sold my 7300, my ICOM, which I really, really like that radio. And I got it in 19. I ordered it like on the Turkey Day sale, and I got it in 2019. And I ended up selling it and getting that MMP, that 101 MP at the bottom there. And I was doing some shack maintenance. And right above that, that's the radio I got from you, Jim.
The 847.
Yeah. Which is
Boy,
actually,
satellite
it
one?
looks so small.
That's the satellite one.
Yeah.
it is. Well, it is a smaller radio, but next to the 101, it looks
That's
like
what I'm talking about. It looks like a damn G90 or something sitting there next to that beast.
right.
Did you
Like-
get the speaker with the 101 too?
I did. It became. Yeah. So the
Better than
101
being an
radio-
Icon fanboy.
But the thing is
Saying
that the
that.
speaker is also the power supply for the 101. So you plug the
Oh, that's
speaker into
right.
the wall,
That's right.
and it says the 101's 200 watts. But if you go into like reading the manual and stuff like that, it says don't operate it above 100 watts digital.
Yeah, mine says that too.
Oh.
On the 1000, same exact thing, 200 watts on sideband. But if you're at 200 watts, 50% duty cycle, at 100 watts, 100% duty cycle is what it says in the manual.
Yeah. So I got the 949E up here too. That's connected to the 101 MP, and then I'm going to hook this. I'm probably going to hook this. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I'm probably going to hook the 901B up to the 847, and then I just threw this on here. This is the 817 ND. Do we have a way to get a hold of Jerry?
I don't know. Jerry, are you in Discord? He will make thank you for the 1999 super chat.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
cannot
Jerry.
help you. I don't have a G90 and have never had one.
I don't either.
We'll make a $250 donation to the Teachers Institute if someone can give Jerry a hand.
Just if you want to shoot me an email with all the details, pictures and all that stuff, go ahead and do that, Jerry. If you go to my channel in the about page, my email address is there, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah. Oh, and Ham Radio Tube's up in the house. I didn't see him slide in. What's up, Mikey?
Michael, I need smoking ape money too, being honest with you. But the problem is I'm starting to worry that there's too much stuff piled up here. I have a LP100 SWR and power meter, that I want to put on here, but I don't know. I just don't know because like it's starting to get pretty big over here. But,
Are you still trying to sell that tuner?
yeah, so I figured that might be something
That
that
tuner
you
there?
would be that you might be interested in.
Is
But
that
I gotta-
is that
200 watts. I got to
watt?
check and see if it's compatible with this 847. It never even crossed my mind.
You have to have a cable, and maybe it's not
a
the
goofy ass
847.
cable for
It's
the
a
847.
goofy ass cable. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was just like, F it. I'll just use the. I actually have another 949E brand new in box. So I might use that. I don't know.
Yeah. Jersey Mike, what's up, buddy?
What's up,
Colin?
PDI?
Hey, Jersey.
And you're right, Mike. Goofy ass cables are how they get you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They surely got me with that.
So,
But this is what I've been working on.
Is that top right there? Is that little thing for doing the online? With your
Yeah, it's the SCU, whatever it's called. It's the network interface. I don't know if I'm going to use it.
We'll get it working, then me and Jim and I can use your radio.
What is that? The LAN? Is that the LAN box for it?
Yeah.
The Yaesu thing up there in the top?
Yeah, it's a LAN box, and then you can remote control it.
Yeah. Brad said he has what tuner he has an 847.
I don't know, man. It's not right here. It's a MFJ.
I thought you said it was an LDG.
It's MFJ.
You mean that it's an auto tuner?
Yeah, I got it right here. Hold
on.
I mean, take your time. It's a live stream.
Yeah. Look, he's got his little key down there too. That's a Don key.
Is that what key is that?
It's a Pudakig key.
Is that Pudakig?
I use it for testing power outage. I just key down on it. It's just MFJ.
That's what I do.
So Ziggy dropped the hammer on that guy, huh? Found him.
He did. And it is a
triangulated
939.
939.
Ape, hold on. Mikey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Hold it. Let me plus you up. Hold that thing up again. IntelliTuner. What's the hind parts look like on that?
Damn, that's some water going down the wrong pipe.
Okay. So that radio interface cable is an RJ45 to something.
Yeah, so if you look at this, it's the, I don't know if it's going to show up. It's the 939K, which is the Kenwood.
Okay.
Now this has been adapted to. All you have to do is move some jumpers inside to run on a Yaesu. They're all the same.
Will that take 15K? Will that take 1500?
I doubt it. And I have this cable that has the mini DIN, but I don't know if that's the one that goes into the Yaesu or not. I doubt it. It would be too easy if I could just use it.
Too easy.
It would be too easy on me if I could use it.
The people have noticed that was an auto tuner.
It does.
Why?
And I'm not happy about it. But the thing is that if it's a tuner that works
it at night.
Well, you see, it's not hooked up though.
At this time,
right.
And he's trying to sell it.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with auto tuners. Like I would use I use auto tuners sometimes. I prefer to use a manual tuner. But
Troy, I plan on it if I'm in town.
Would it go into PackCon? That'd be a good time.
Yeah, I usually do.
How big is Pacific Con, Chuck, compared to Huntsville?
It's close to Huntsville, maybe just a little smaller. It's kind of weird. It's spread out a little bit more because there's different buildings. Probably still a little bit smaller than Huntsville, but they only have the flea market on Sunday, and I think that's partly because they put it in the parking lot. They close off the back side of the parking lot. They don't really have a place to have it every day. I should go out and sell some stuff. I should sell my
you got
3000.
Should sell them damn keys because you sold those like you were handing out.
Yeah, I got to build. I've got a bunch of them printed. I got to build them.
Chip chop, son.
I'll tell you, my little small one. I don't know if I showed you guys the little one. I like this the best, man. This thing is so cool. You can just like, that's as big as it is.
I got my Chuck key sitting here, but it's not that one.
So you just like fits inside and you just push it out. It's
I don't
like
know
that.
that
There's that one.
I don't know that I've seen that one.
I just did this one after we got back.
Okay.
It's got like very few moving parts inside. So there's the inside of it. It uses what's called a living hinge. Living hinge is so it doesn't use any springs or magnets or anything inside. And I was a little suspect of it at first, but you think about it, if you watch how much these things barely move, so it's not really moving much at all, and that's fairly tight, close to what the guys that would know what they're doing would use. I'm trying to get mine. If I ever do quite learn it, I will have it. Actually, I sent one to Ziggy. That's right. Ziggy has it. Ziggy's the only other person that has one of those right now.
So the owner of Bama Tech, I think it's Bama Tech, and they make the Bama keys or Bama keys, depending upon where you're from. He passed away.
Keys. Yeah.
Yeah, he passed away, and it looks like they're going out of business. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that they stopped shipping to the U.S. over the tariff drama. But those things are probably going to go up in value because obviously they're not going to be around to purchase. Here's one right here.
I have a printed version of that one.
They are
whip it out.
Beautiful pieces of
whoa. Don't just show us the key.
Equipment.
Hold it up there, man.
I am, son.
So put it in front of your face.
Is that better?
Much better. That's awesome.
Oh, that's a lot better.
So is that a metal base on that, Ape?
It is a metal base, and it's got some magnets on there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But
I've got one of those printed.
I don't review any CW stuff. There's nothing drives me more bonkers than somebody who can't do CW doing CW review stuff. Now it's okay to say, "Hey, I bought this key and I'm trying to learn how to use it and all that," but when people are like, "You will be a CW pimp if you buy this," you know what I mean? That's the stuff I don't that I don't like. And then you never see them do another CW video. I think it's okay to say, "Hey, I bought this. I'm trying to learn." Or if you do stuff all the time, like that kid Forrest, like that guy's good. But I guess
is he the one that's doing them with like a ball thing? He's doing CW
I don't know
with a bow thing now.
He does CW all the time. It's like his thing.
Jersey Mike, who is really Florida Mike now, because that's where old people from Jersey go, I guess, right, Mike? He has good hair though. Mike has a question.
I don't know about the DX10. I'm assuming that you can enable 60 meters.
I think that's correct.
So I had a friend, I think, that had the 891, and we had to do something to get it 60 meters to work on that.
You have to go in the memories. They're in the memories.
That's because it's channelized.
It's in the memories, Mike. You have to go to the memory section, and because those are channelized, like Jim said. What's it? Do you want to split a table at the flea market? Oh, I don't know, because I've been splitting with
Dennis, right?
With Dennis, big Dennis. But maybe. I don't usually take that much stuff. They always think me for
Brad's saying that the cable is
guy there.
MFJ 511 4V2.
Why? That's a Y.
I have one. I can build a duplicate.
A Y2. It's like Y2K. So you have it already?
It doesn't say V2 up on this thing.
It's Y2. Y2.
It's a Y.
Oh, Y2. That's 5114 Y2. I've got it.
Yasu 2. I know.
The shame, though, of using an auto tuner. I just won't tell anybody. I'll be like, nah, son.
Colin mentioned that he has a 993B, which I had one of those. And I wish I hadn't sold it because that's a 300 watt 2 antenna tuner, and it's a really nice auto tuner. And you can manually adjust
Which one's that?
capacitance and inductance on that as well. The 993B Bravo.
You know, he's always got to be there mouthing off.
Explaining glasses.
It wouldn't be Don if he wasn't.
So anyhow, our buddy Ziggy is he's not a member. He hangs around the St. Augustine repeater group, I guess is what they're called, the ham club down there. And they have had this dipshit that has been spamming their weekly net for 4 years. So every time they do the net, this guy's playing the Balfang siren. Anytime somebody talks or tries to give some update or give their call sign.
What an ass.
And it turned into 3 people doing it. Hold on. Thank you, Jonathan.
John, thank you for the
Jonathan.
$9.99 super chat. He got a 1002. He's the one
Oh,
who
he
bought
did?
this one for me and shipped it to me, and then he has been jonesing for it.
Oh, because
And
you
found
missed
him
out,
there.
right? Because you went back to buy that one. It was gone.
Yeah, at
Twice
Huntsville.
now. Twice
yes,
now.
twice now. That is correct. And
You
was
did it
at
at Dayton too.
he was at the Ham Expo up in the Boston area, Ham
that's cool.
Exposition. And he came across it and he texted me. I'm looking at it right now. See, is this the one you're after?
I got my
Yes.
hand on it.
Make it happen, Captain.
Well, look, let me finish up the
That's
story.
cool.
Sorry.
So what Ziggy did is he started getting his directional 2-meter game on. And then he rounded up a posse and sure as shit tracked the dude down.
Did they
Roll-
go
roll-
have
you
words
You knew he
with
would.
him?
You knew he
Rolled
would.
up on him and everything. I'm not going to get into all the details. It's more like Ziggy's story to tell. But last night, for the first time in 4 years, they had an interference-free net. And it's thanks to Ziggy and his crew. When he first started showing me all the stuff he was doing, I was like, dude, you're effing crazy. Like, he's rolling around with this big-ass Yagi in the back of a pickup truck. I'm like, yo, the police are going to pull up on you. But he shut the guy down. And I think that is awesome to do that.
Yeah.
They need to hang a picture of him up in the AM club. You know what I mean?
That's right. Our hero, the Zigward.
Yeah, PDI lent him the Yagi, and Ziggy
Yeah, we
made a
saw that
mount
Yagi.
for the Yagi that came out of his hitch on his car, and not on the truck, on the
Oh
car.
my God.
And keep in mind, it's a half wave on 2 meters. So I mean, this thing is like, it's big, man. It's like 3.5 feet wide. It's a 5-element Yagi, and they tracked the dude down.
So he got
Yeah.
down.
Bowie, I love it. All right, so we had some topics to go over. We can talk about anything if someone wants to put something in the chat, but I really just put together a list of a couple of different tips for hams, and it's just really stuff to talk through. The first thing I had on there is to use good coax. And I don't necessarily think that you need to spend a lot of money to get good coax. But part of that is just testing your coax, right? Making sure that it doesn't have crazy attenuation at the frequencies you're operating on. Making sure that you have continuity across the thing. Making sure that you don't have continuity from shield to pin. Making sure that it's not damaged, because like that happens a lot. Like I was actually outside, and I was shocked at some of the coax I had that degraded because of the sun, because it was just running across the ground. You had that problem?
I had a piece of coax on a disc cone literally fall out of the connector. The connector is still screwed into the base of the disc cone. The coax, I was putting up that 80-meter antenna, right? And I'm by the pass-through hooking it up, and I like literally touched the dipole coax, and it slid, and I'm like, what the hell? And there's the connector, and there's the end of the coax, and they're not touching. It just slid down.
So it wasn't even soldered?
It's 30
The
years
tip?
old, Chuck. That
Oh.
coax has been literally in that position on that disc cone for
You've
30
been a
plus
ham
years.
for 30 years.
I have had a scanner for more than 30 years.
Oh, okay. It was
Disc
your
cone,
scanner,
not
your
dipole.
Disc cone.
Disc cone.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my old one. So I'm like, well, I guess I need to replace that coax. So that's funny you mentioned that, but that stuff was like all kind of janky.
Like dry, like
Yeah.
it needed some lotion up on that thing.
Some
I
salve.
think
Yeah.
Remember when I was at the races, I was trying to test a couple of antennas. I kept telling you I'd check it. It'd be like perfect. We come back, we set it back up, and it was like totally off. And I think I've got a bad piece of coax. We had to get that nano out to test it, you know.
But the best connectors you can get are probably from DX Engineering. Like that said, I buy connectors by the handful when I'm at the Ham Fest because I go through connectors like crazy, and I probably go through connectors like crazy because I'm buying them at the Ham Fest. But
false economy.
Yeah,
but I'm guilty too. I'm guilty.
Remember the old Amplenolls used to be like really, really long, and sometimes they bottom out and they don't tighten up all the way. But the DX Engineering ones are short. I've got some right here, but
DX Engineering has a bunch of different price levels, right? Like you can get the silver plated Amplenolls, or you can get other ones.
Oh, the Amplenolls.
Yeah. They have some Teflon
dielectric.
Yeah. Well, for the connector. Or silver plated. I mean, there's some jazzy connectors, and I'm with Ape. I buy cheap connectors because I'll probably trash at least one or two of them putting them on. I hate putting connectors on cable. Hate it.
Michael is saying that he doesn't buy the connectors, but he buys the adapters. That's the other ones. Have tons of adapters.
A bucket of adapters.
You know, the thing is that those adapters sometimes can go bad. Like I bought a 10-pack of barrel connectors. Like SO239, SO239, and I had multiple ones go bad. And if I even just suspect it's bad, it's in the trash.
Yeah,
because
you need to throw it away.
I'll set it over here so I can test, and then it gets mixed back in everything.
I was using the Moxon up on the hill one day, and it's like, this thing, something's wrong with this antenna, you know, and I kept checking it, and the SWR was way high, and it never was, you know, it's like really good. And it's Moxons are like really good for like almost the whole band for 20, you know. It turned out it was the barrel connector.
Jimmy has an interesting question here, and this will probably cause some consternation and arguments.
Good.
Well,
I had the same thing happen. My long guy hit my coax and did the exact same thing.
What did you do?
Took it out.
Well,
so here's the problem.
It would depend on how bad it is, but water's going to get in it. That's the problem.
And once that happens, your goose is cooked. And you can cut that section out and buy connectors and hook it together. Or like with mine, it was 100 foot. So I just cut it, right, and got rid of it. So now I have a piece of RG8X that I can use to make jumpers out of, or I can use to make traps or chokes or anything like that, or cut a 25-foot section and just have a 25-foot run or something like that. But
I'd write it
long
off.
guy should be.
I mean, I would
buying it for you, man.
Yeah, I would explain to your lawn guy the cost of coax and suggest to him that he repair.
Hand him a bill. Here's your payment. Oh, that's right, you owe me.
Yeah, I was about to. The second time it happened, I was about to kill the guy. And the other day, I was messing with my radio, and all of a sudden, boop, dead. And I'm like, well, that's not a solar storm, you know what I mean? Because like at waterfall, everything was dead. And I had heard the lawnmower outside, so I was like, I bet you that's. And I just went nuts, right? So I go running outside, and he actually unscrewed it while I was playing FT8. So I kind of wish he'd have got lit up. You know what I mean? Just to teach the guy a lesson.
So if you were to fix it, I would maybe do some of the liquid tape first.
Yeah. I mean, I would absolutely.
And then get some of that sealing tape. And
I would absolutely test the daylights out of it
out
before I plug the radio back into it to make sure you don't have a short. Because if something cut the outside, it may have cut all the way into the center core and put braid in there to touch the core.
Well, here's the thing: is like once you get a little bit of water in there,
and then water's the other issue. That's the big issue.
It'll corrode, and once it starts corroding, you're gonna have a big dead piece of shield. Cut it out. I mean, I know it sucks. It absolutely sucks.
It's like the cancer. Cut it out. That's right.
Yeah. Chavez is asking about RG400. Yeah, RG400 is excellent stuff.
Usually called LMR 400 though.
No, RG400.
That's a brand. The RG400 is the clear stuff, huh?
Give me 1 second.
That here. I get some right here someplace.
I have RG213. And I have ABR's version of LMR
I think I
400,
used
which
mine.
I can't remember what the ABR calls it, and it's not LMR 400. It's something with 400 in it.
Yeah, it was 400.
Yeah, it's the same as LMR 400. I actually think it's got a little better spec than standard LMR 400. Not a tremendously better spec, but
Well, Times Microwave is the LMR stuff, and that's supposed to be
sure,
really good, but it's really pricey. Belden is good stuff too. If you can find Belden.
Oh yeah.
All of our fire engine stuff was Belden, and I ended up getting a bunch of that. So 50 probably.
Yeah, it looks like I'd say 50.
It's like the 816 stuff, right? Or the 316, except it's thick. Something. Oh, there we go. I think I made mine up for something. Remember that? You asked me what I made it for, and I had a piece of that, and I did it for. What did I make that for? Oh well, Javi's buddy that does a lot of QRP stuff, like soda stuff. That's what he uses for his Coax for soda. Yeah,
Don.
I was really surprised. But he's an animal. He doesn't worry about the weight. Izzo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you didn't ground.
Yeah, everything's different.
Okay, I got a question. Since you mentioned grounding. I read something today. Actually, I was reading the manual for the Yaesu FT1000. And they actually said in there, do not connect your radio and your tuner and your amplifier. Don't daisy chain them together to the ground.
Right.
Take each dingus to the ground separately.
That's correct. Correct.
Well, they're just saying don't do them in line and then to your bus bar. They're saying each thing to the bus bar separate.
Hey, Abe, Frank says he has no audio or screen. I'm looking at it, and that you for some reason your screen is not up on the stream, so everything you're saying may not be getting out there. And the whole screen was black for a second. I think that was when you were on full screen.
Yeah, he's black right now. What I'm seeing. Yep.
Can you hear him?
How about now?
Nope. Now you're gone. Oh, now you're back. You're at the bottom. Yeah.
Let me switch out my network connection. Give me a second.
Yeah, Kathy says she can't hear you or see you either. At least Dave's giving Abe some extra money.
Well,
Here
look. I mean, look here, Chuck. The quality of this show just went up 3 dB, right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's put
maybe
you over
6.
there.
Maybe 6. Now
Could
it's 6.
be a whole S unit right there.
Right.
Izzo has a question for you,
I
Charles.
noticed first. Is Washington CB base station in the shack still? Oh, yeah, it does. Don, I'm not. It did. I haven't used it in a while, and the last time I used it, it started to sound a little scratchy. And I think it might need a cap job. The thing's like it'd never been used when I bought it. I should hook it up one day and see. I can tune up what my big dipole on 11. Now you're good now there.
That's what I get for talking about grounding. But thank you for the $12, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Very much appreciated. But what I was saying is that your stuff is already daisy chained by your coax connectors, by your USB cables, by your control cables, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what they say is that when you put the fatter cable onto the screw, it's a lower impedance path to ground. So in the event that something does happen, it should take theoretically the lower impedance path to ground. The other thing I was saying is that some people tell me, oh, well, I don't ground because I run off of a battery and I have a floating station. Thank you for the memberships, Don.
And Doc, thank you for the $1.99 super chat.
Thank you. But the thing is that then they plug a USB cable into their floating station from the computer and immediately bond it to earth ground through the panel, right?
Right.
So it's definitely a dramatical topic.
And is it Ward Silver wrote the book Grounding and Bonding in the ARL?
Yeah, which is on version 3, which is a great book, by the way.
And I mean goes into in-depth grounding and bonding. But that's something that I didn't know when I started playing ham radio.
Well, nobody knows when they start.
Because
right?
I thought, hey, I should tie them all together because then they're bonded. That's bonding, right?
Right.
But that's the first time I've ever seen it in a radio
bar
manual.
And they all go to the bar. They all end up together eventually, anyhow. Though.
I know.
Bar.
But if you tie them together and then to the bar,
Right.
and you have a fault, like say you have your radio bonded to your tuner, which has been bonded to your amp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or your amp then your tuner, and then it goes to the bar. If something happens at the radio, it's going to send all that energy down that daisy chain and then out to the ground bar, and that's why you don't tie them together.
That lower impedance ground path. That's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah, but see, that was something I didn't know, and I think that's a tip everybody should pay attention to. And I lucked out because it might have been you. Somebody told me that. Don't do that. And I was like, what? And then I started reading and I was like, oh, don't do that.
Well, there's a lot of controversy around like some people say, oh, you want to have ground bars every 12 feet from or ground rods from the antenna every 12 feet to the house tied together. And like if my antenna is too close to the neighbor's house and I put a ground rod in, there is conductivity right through the ground. So when you model your antennas and you say over real ground, you're saying is conductive ground. My ground system could couple to their ground system, right, and create feedback loops and problems for them.
Yep. And Colin, exactly right. What's code here in the U.S. or what? Yeah, it's all.
I'm sure the code isn't universal across the United States either.
No.
Like I'm sure that down in Kentucky.
Mike, I get that. That's good. Potential difference. Very good. That's clever. Little electrical pun there.
Show.
Mike's well grounded.
I got another controversial one.
Oh, here we go.
I have learned to tune antennas, not just radios. So that would be actually tuning your antenna. Now I get that some people choose to use non-resonant antennas, right? So that are by design, not tuned on any particular frequency. So I'm not just talking about that, but generally speaking, you do get a better signal on a tuned antenna. That said, like if you have an end-fed half-wave dipole at 74, 73 ohms at a half-wave length above ground, that's actually resonant for real. If you drop that to get it to 50 ohms, it's now not resonant any longer, right? And then if you trim it when it's at its natural height so that you get a 50 ohm match, it's not the electrical wavelength, it's not a half wavelength of the frequency that you intend to operate on any longer. And so the antenna is not going to perform as well. So just a tip, it would be make sure that your antenna is correctly designed before you go using the antenna tuner to make everything happy.
Troy.
He's on fire tonight.
He's on fire. Tip your waiters.
The
other thing about the grounding too is you're supposed to, and I haven't done this, and I'm probably never ever going to do it, is you're supposed to bond your shack ground to your house earth ground as well.
So that's the only way mine is bonded. So the way I've got it set up is everything goes to a bus bar. Not everything, most things go to the bus bar.
Oh, here we go.
I told you from the start. I didn't think mine's not completely right. It goes to the bus bar, and then I have an MFJ RF quieting power surge protector, and it's got a ground port on that, and I connect it to that, which goes right into my house mains ground.
No, what I was, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's not what I was talking about. This is in Ward's book, I think, as well. So, for example, I'm in a rectangular house, right, a ranch house, and my shack is at one corner, and the earth ground for the electrical power is at the opposite ass corner.
Right.
So, what I'm supposed to do to be as good as possible ground-wise is to bond this earth ground that's outside for the shack. And I have an earth ground right outside here, but I need to bond this to my house ground because, and Hollywood was explaining why, because this is potentially a different potential. See what I did there? Between this one and the house. And so to do that, you need to run like, I don't know, 4 gauge or maybe double, I don't know, some big ass wire. I don't have to run like 100+ feet of that.
And that wire is like a couple bucks a foot.
Yes. And I don't care nearly that much for burying wire that I'll never see.
The other thing they say to do is just to keep dropping ground rods all the way across.
Yes,
but
that too. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have ground rods across my lawn for me to stumble outside and fall on and get impaled.
When you've had too many Miller Lights and you're going outside to pee at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, 100%. That's exactly what I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, I have
no
bond between the house. Now the shop building actually is, because the power for the shop building, when it was added, it's close enough that I did connect them, but I also didn't use, double aught wire. I used like,
speaker wire, 18 gauge.
12.3 and just twisted it all together. Because I had a bunch of 220 stuff I'd done and I had extra wire.
Don Izzo, he's saying that you should have 3 earth grounds outside the house. I don't. I've just got 1.
I got 1. Now
my house 3. I don't know. I don't know where the other 2 are.
This house was built in 61, so I don't know. But
and there's a lot of things. I have 3 around my tower.
Not code. So
I do have 3 around the tower, but they're not hooked up to it.
The problem is that if your radio burns the house down, good luck getting insurance to cover it.
Don said 6 gauge is fine in the ground rods every 16 feet, and each rod, and no, I'm confused, Don, and no, each rod should be completely buried. So they should be completely buried?
I guess they could be completely buried.
Speak his name and the angel of electricity shows up. Hey, buddy. I owe you a thing too, Greg. I have not forgot.
Elmer Emeritus.
3 types of ground: AC mains, RF ground, and lightning ground. All are differently and handled differently and usually not tied together.
I agree that they all do different things and they're all handled differently. Most of the stuff that I read says that they should all be tied back to your mains ground.
I guess because of the difference in ground potentials. Because you would have, if they're not all tied together, you could have a voltage difference. Is that right, Hollywood, between this ground and that ground?
Well, where that becomes a problem is like if you touch 2 pieces of equipment that have a different voltage potential, it could be a bad day for you. Yes. The other one is like, what about the master kill switch? They say every shack should have a master kill switch. I do not have a master kill switch.
I don't either.
I'd have to run down to the garage and pull the main breaker to the
I'd have to run to the other end of the house to hit the mains. Yeah. Well, I mean, A master kill switch on what? The whole circuit that everything's on, or just the power supply?
Well,
To
they
the
say that you
radio?
should be able to shut the shack down in an emergency with the push of a button.
Well, they can pay for that then.
Yeah.
I don't have that. Any of y'all out there, drop a 1 in the chat if you have a master kill switch, and I assume you mean a physical, mechanical master kill switch.
Yeah.
For your shack. That's right, Jerry. When she says shut it down, that goes off. That's right.
When I was in high school, I took this class. It was like an applied physics class, and everybody got assigned a power supply. And we were back at the lab, and I was looking at the power supplies. I was like, I wonder if we can tie these together to get more juice than we should be able to get out of these things. So we wired them up in parallel, and then we hooked it up to the meter that we had was old school because I'm old, and it had the needle on there. And so we wired them up in parallel, turned it on, connected the meter, and boom, the needle goes over really fast and bent. And we were like, we ruined the meter. And so we're like, let's get 2 more. So we got 2 more and put them together, connected the meter, and the needle went over again like that. And it started crackling and smoking. The meter did. And then the teacher comes over to see what was going on because we were laughing and stuff. So my friend grabs the thing to try to disconnect it real quick so we wouldn't get in trouble. And he started getting shocked. He started getting shocked from it. And the teacher came over and hit the button. Kids' hair sticking up, I guess. I don't remember. But that's what they get for letting kids play with that stuff unsupervised.
The stuff
That's right.
I'm like, what, 5-10 years older than you? The stuff we had in physics class in high school, man, oh man, the Gen Zers would lose their minds over the crap we had access to.
Yeah, I mean, there's like poison, denatured alcohol. I mean, all kinds of stuff that, kids today. I wasn't responsible, but there's definitely kids today are much more irresponsible than I was.
Well, no, I think it's like playgrounds. I grew up sliding down a 25-foot metal slide into a sand pit, right?
Right.
And now the tallest slide you see is like 3 feet with a 1-degree slope on it or something.
Well,
the kid falls asleep going down it.
How many kids I knew lost teeth swinging around on like the jungle gyms and monkey bars and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Mike is right.
Exactly.
Ghostbusters. He's right. He's right.
Because Peck will come in and flick it and let all the ghosts loose.
Right. I tried to be as dramatic as I could be when I came up with the list. Learn your radio's filters. Is that dramatical or not?
That's not really dramatical, but that's an excellent tip.
But see, I see a lot of videos where people are radioing and they don't do anything with the filters on there. Maybe they have them tuned perfectly for every scenario. I don't know. But even in some reviews that I see, people will mess with filters a little bit. Like they'll take a filter like the twin passband filters on 7300, and they'll make them fatter or skinnier or stuff like that. But what I really don't see is any advanced filtering techniques to like drown out noise and stuff like that. Like folks might hit the DSP button and toggle it on and off and stuff like that. But I never really see any contouring and skirts and stuff like that. Messing with filters can really be a beneficial thing for trying to dig out signals, especially in super crowded bands if you're operating contests and stuff like that. Don saying the filters on the 7300 are a joke. I would expect him. Hold on 1 second. And now, expert testimony from our comments section. All right. So what was that, Don? You're saying the filters in there are a joke? I don't know. I mean, I think it's got pretty good filtering. I mean, you have to look at that radio as $1,000 radio. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be as good as some of the radios, especially if you look at it. It's a 10-year-old radio as well, right?
It's hard to believe that radio is that old.
Well, I was trying to remember when I bought mine, and I got it in 19. So that would make I've had it for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's when I got mine was 19.
I was pretty surprised by that. I really, when I was selling it, when I was boxing it up, man, I was getting ready to call the guy and be like, "Bro, deal off."
I got to say, I have to admit, somebody in the Discord, and I don't know if it's Toads or HRCC, one of the swap Discords, that I peruse on a regular basis is selling a 7300 for $750 OBO. I have no need for a 7300, but dang. And when you compare that to Gigaparts, this is not sponsored by them either. Gigaparts selling an open box 7300 for $1,400 when I was at Huntsville a couple weeks ago. I'm like,
For
you are
$1,400?
high. $1,400 for an open
That had to be
box.
mismarked.
And did it come with any other
From them.
parts or anything?
I don't know. The box was taped shut. I mean, it was a Gigaparts box, but it said open box deal or whatever, and they had it listed for $13.99.
So I sold mine for $675 shipped.
See, if I'd known you were selling it, I might have bought it for that.
I'd have charged you a little more.
I know you probably would have. That's why I didn't buy it.
Well, the reason I would have charged you a little bit more is I probably could have easily got $750 for it, or maybe I would have sold it to you $675 plus shipping. But it only cost me $35 to ship it UPS, and that's with insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really it wasn't that big of a deal. Plus, I sold it to a buddy that has helped me out on a bunch of different stuff. So I was kind of doing a bro move as well. But the thing is like, I wouldn't sell it to a stranger for $1,000 because like I don't want to be the guy ripping off other hams.
See you, Chavez. Have a good evening, buddy.
See you, Chavez.
You know what I mean? But I don't want to be ripping off other hams or capitalizing on other hams. Like I'm supposed to be helping hams, right?
I'm with you on that. It's why I never resell. People, right? I've had people try to buy my old computers, and it's like, no, I'm not going to sell it to you because it's worth more in parts than I can feel worthwhile to sell it to you, right?
Right.
And it's the same with 3D printers that we were talking about before the show or at the beginning. That's why I'm not selling any of my old 3D printers. I'm giving it away because I like that FL Sun Super Racer, that big Delta. The printer works fine. Just compared to everything else I have, it's slow and it doesn't really add any value to anything I'm doing. And one of the ladies in HR department, her kid is in high school. He's getting into 3D printing because she started asking me questions about it. And I said, here you go. Have fun with it. And gave it to him because it's not worth selling.
Even Hollywood is giving me grief. It's Pellegrino.
Chuck.
So Don is having problems with he thinks it's his weather and his, but he says he keeps snapping his filament. It keeps breaking. I've never had filament break except one time, and that's because I had it twisted.
It's his weather. The humidity's making it wet.
Dry it out, Donald. Dry it out. The other thing too,
dryer.
If it will, and I've had this happen a bunch of times, you'll get a roll of filament that you haven't used that's been sitting around, especially if it's open, and it's probably still water, but it'll get super brittle.
Yeah.
And just randomly break. So you can try drying it and see how that works, but honestly, PLA is so cheap.
If it gets to the point where it's snapping like that, there's no coming back.
Yeah, it's just annoying as piss.
What you don't want to have is a little teeny piece of this big break off in that Bowden tube.
Yep. Well, or the extruder.
Yeah, that's what happened to him. He says it's 2 hours.
Yep. It's a pain in the ass.
How about this one? Listen before you transmit.
Oh, please, God, yes.
The other one I'm going to couple onto that, and this will make people mad. Like there is the band plan, not the band usage guides, but there's on the ARR website. There's like, hey, these frequencies are used for this. These frequencies are used for that. And you get somebody who's out there doing POTA, at 100 watts calling CQ on the QRP calling frequency. You know what I mean? Like you're allowed to do that. Nobody's going to lock you up for it. But we're supposed to be we're amateurs, but we're supposed to be gentlemen here. You know what I mean?
Gentlemen, that's the word.
You should abide by the band plan and you don't want anybody ruining your fun. So don't ruin somebody else's, right?
How do you feel about nets? Should I POTA on 14300?
No, I don't think that. There's also a website that has like most of the nets on there. Now, I'm not saying you need to check every time you're going to transmit or anything like that. But if there's a regularly scheduled net, I get that that's not their frequency, but I do think you should move. What I think should happen is the guy who's running the net say, hey, we got somebody who's doing POTO, or we got somebody calling CQ. Hey, is there anybody here in an area that you haven't worked? Maybe we can get you a contact in, but then you got to walk away. Then you got to walk away.
That'd be the bro move. And honestly, it on both sides, on both sides.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Like if you're at the bar having a beer and there's an empty seat next to you and there's two here and a group of three comes in, just move down one so the three people can sit together. You know what I mean? Like
right.
That's what people do. You're supposed to look out for each other.
Yep.
Now the 300, you said 14,300. That is the technically the maritime thing, and I could see maybe giving them a little bit of love there because it doesn't happen very often, but they could actually be helping somebody, right?
Right. And well, that goes exactly to what Ape said. Don't be a dick is the short version of that. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And if you're doing a POTA on 14,300, you're already perilously close. Now, I don't have much use for nets, hardly ever, but I mean, they're doing a thing. That's their thing. Everybody knows that, right? The 14,300 thing. Don't do it on 14,300.
Yeah, I mean, just let them do their thing.
Go somewhere else.
Well, I know Tio's daughters were out one time, and the guy comes on and got really nasty with him. This is our frequency for nets, and he was
the best that day.
He was being an asshole.
Yeah.
So I got in when he got in there, and I kind of messed with him a little because I was overpowering him, and I just said, it would have been nice if you just asked if they could move.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying this is our frequency.
He was really being aggressive. He was really being aggressive about it. So I was listening to that when that happened, and then I heard you saying to the guy, "I don't think you could hear me," but I was like, "Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use?" And the guy was going nuts because he could hear, the daughter. He could hear you, and then
maybe he could hear you.
Yeah, no, he definitely could. And
it was just. All I had to do was just be nice about it, and they would have moved. But he copped an attitude right off the bat. And
well, I don't think that
I wouldn't have moved for him if he'd done that to me. I would have just got louder.
They could hear him, but he could hear them, and then you could hear him. He could hear you. I could hear you, and he could hear me.
I missed all that. That was
it was just a big old mess. It was just a big
apparently.
Old mess. But the thing is that you need to listen before you transmit.
Don't be a dick. That is the whole thing consolidated down into a few words. Don't be a dick.
Sometimes you can't hear one side of the conversation. I was listening to the guy that I had on the radio tonight. When I turned the radio on, I could only hear one of the guys, and he was booming. He was like 20 over. The other guy couldn't even hear him.
Yep.
Hold on.
It's not like I had a lot of noise.
Does he have to pee again?
Okay, we're holding. I don't know.
We'll stop the show. Stop the clock. Y'all freeze.
Tiny tank. Yeah, guys, don't do anything for like the next 30 seconds.
He's got a wee baby bladder.
Yeah, it's a tiny tank.
Or he's got boogers. Tank. I think he's kind of snotty tonight.
No, from the other day, you made those poppers the other day, man. They look good, and I don't even like jalapenos. I can't believe you drink salsa water. Yeah, what's in that salsa water? Kathy's back there, and she's yelling at me too. I don't know what she's yelling about. Hey, they can't hear you again, Abe.
Well, we're at 58 minutes. We see your
can't see or hear you again.
We see your screen tag, but we don't see you.
How about now?
Well,
we got to wait for YouTube to catch up. He's gone on YouTube. Yes, now you're back.
Yeah, you're back now.
Did you hear me explain the jalapeno pepper?
No. Well, we did. They didn't.
Okay, so my wife was mad because I had this jalapeno sitting in the fridge. So
what exactly was wrong with the jalapeno in the fridge?
Well, the jalapeno is a little dried out and it's a little nasty looking.
Oh, okay.
Shriveled up.
Science project.
Yeah,
it's growing fur. Riley, go. She wants to get on the show too.
Yep. Well, I think we're about an hour now.
Well, we got 8. We have 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
We started early, son.
We started early. That's right.
Yeah. So we've already been over an hour. Oh, wait. I got you. Never mind. That's
No,
the actual
we're
real-time
almost
clock,
an hour.
not the clock. Gotcha.
So I have a couple other things on here. We did listen before you transmit. I have maintain your gear regularly. You should really go through and do a station health check every so often, just to make sure that you don't have any problems.
Oh, I got a good one.
I fallen victim to having something go bad and not working, and then wasting a ton of time trying to figure out what was wrong instead of just saying, hey, springtime I check all my coax, fall I check all my antennas, spring I check all my power cables. You know what I mean?
If you're getting ready to go on a trip, especially if you're going to go away for a few days and camping trip, and then you're going to do POTA and all that stuff, set all your stuff up before you leave, and make sure it all gets packed.
Yeah, 100%.
Dry fit. That's what we call it in woodworking.
Yeah,
dry fit parts.
I went down to the bay one day on my bike. I got my bike. I'm going to get my little KX2 out. I get down there. I was like, "Where's my coax?"
Well, you can get if you go to this vacation and you forget that one adapter, your BNC to SO239.
Go get them, James.
Right. You're done. Right. You're done, man. Because the thing is, you can't drive up to the hardware store and get one.
No, you can't get that.
Nope.
I try to always find my bag of adapters. Just here they are right here. I do know where they're at today.
Well, so I think Chuck, you might have even sent me this container. But I've got a whole mess.
I told you about it.
I just got a whole mess of connectors and adapters in there.
I sent you some little small.
This isn't even my big box of them. This is just the one. This is the quick box.
Oh, look at that!
Right. Well, these are the ones I mostly use. But then I've got another one. Let's get a look at that thing, Jim.
Well, I have 2 boxes. This is generally the bigger connectors, right? Adapters and some jumper cables and whatnot.
Hold on a second. Let me get you.
Why are we looking at Chuck?
I don't know.
Because it's good, looking good, making it look good.
Well, some bitch. And then I've got a smaller box like this.
Oh, you got the foam in there still, though.
Yeah, I do. But I got every time I need a connector in the house, the one connector that I need is out in the shop, and vice versa.
Right.
The other thing you have in there, if you ever mess with amps or tuners,
but I also have
you need an extra little piece of coax.
That's what
jumpers.
That's what these are. Yes.
Yep.
And then I've got standards for calibrating rig experts and nano VNAs and whatnot.
That's a big ass standard on there. Hold that thing up.
I think that's what that is. It's not marked, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks like it's an N-type standard.
I've never done mine.
Yeah, because there's the other one. There's the short, and there's I got 2 shorts. I got 3 sets of these damn things. Anyway, I have another box like this with smaller stuff like BNC and SMAs. And yeah. And I got a box like this out in the shop. Actually, I've got a little sliding drawer thing out in the shop with
every kind of little doodad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hell yeah, because you never have enough. And I will disagree with this. Might cause some consternation in the chat.
Awesome.
I don't buy that kit of 25 or 30 adapters from whoever sells that one kit.
I don't either.
Come on, you know who I'm talking about. What kit is that?
I know the kit, but I don't buy it either because I'd like to have 2 of every adapter.
I want 2 or 3 of every adapter, yes.
And that kit's too damn much money.
That's kind of why I didn't buy it. Now, are these all high quality DX Engineering Teflon coated silver plated adapters? No, they're not, but
right.
Yep.
This might end up being mine, so I can get more stuff in it.
And it has a Yaesu sticker on it too. Not that I care, but I had a Yaesu sticker that I put there.
I printed it.
That's a beautiful.
It's like one of the first. It's like one of the first prints I did with my A1. It didn't take like 3 days to do it, so that was a nice thing.
I kind of like that.
Huh? You like it? It's just it's a stalker. I didn't.
Did you just? You didn't design that? Yeah, that. I was going to say I've seen a bunch of. I've got some boxes with sliding lids with like a rabbit.
I designed
inside.
some of those, but I never was happy with them.
Well, the key is getting it where the lid will friction close and stay closed, as opposed to.
I designed this little box. You know, it looks pretty good. hard to see because it's white, but
Doc Brad got
Oh,
a
look,
chat
it doesn't look
radio.
like it worked that good now.
no, the hinge just came loose. It latches.
Ziggy, I
Good.
have F to PL 259s
So you know what that was for?
and
I
F
have
to SO.
This is what it was for.
Oh, the keister.
Yeah.
Is that his prison wallet for the key?
Yeah, the keister is where you,
His
where
keys-
you store it.
His keister key storage.
Barely moves. Actually, I was going to put magnets in the bottom too, so it would. You just got to make sure you get the magnets on the right way,
Or you're in
or it
trouble.
jumps out when you put, it in there.
Right. If you have the polarity mixed up.
You can never have enough adapters. And we talked about jumper cables already. And I think I got these. These are off of eBay, and I want to say it's American Cable.
They look like RG400.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Oh yeah, those are good ones.
And I have these things in
I mean, it's not like
Very-
you need it. That good,
varying
but
lengths and then varying connectors on the ends.
Ziggy
That's
will
right.
use president adapters.
You got to watch the salesman one time at HRO told me, "Oh, you need RG400 for all your cables." I'm like, "It's only a foot. It's 2 feet long.
I
It's
know.
you're only putting. I'm putting 100 watts through it." RG8X was fine.
Can never
Those are
have
nice cables though.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
a bunch of them, and they're not all RG400. Some of them are the I can't think of what it is. It's the more flexible stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's one more thing on here, and it's probably the most important tip that we should cover. And I'm sorry that I didn't mention it earlier. And it really is a big deal. See,